Hey, it's Klaus here with another quick tip episode of the e-commerce coffee break podcast. Today, I want to talk about a topic that I had in the past, but I think it's very important to address this again because I see it with my coaching and consulting clients quite a bit, and that's email deliverability. I get often clients that say that they are amazed by their high opening rate. So they're talking about opening rates of 50% and above, and they're very, very happy with that. Now, what some of them don't know is with last year's iOS 15 update, and this is pretty much a year ago, more than a year ago, things have changed when we look at the metric of opening rates. It does not really work anymore. So if you're sending an email to a Apple device, that might be an iPhone or an iPad, then the Apple email program will automatically, by default, report back that this email has been opened by the recipient, which is not true. So if somebody has not physically opened it and read your email, the system still reports back that this email has been opened. So obviously that screws up completely the metric of the opening rate. Now, in specific countries like the US, for instance, or in Europe, where a lot of people have iPhones, you will have numbers that are just not reliable anymore. So the KPI of the opening rate is nothing that you should take in consideration any longer. And therefore, you should fall back on other numbers, for instance, like a click-through rate. Now, also another point that I see quite often when it comes to email, and this is even more important, is the part of deliverability. Now, you might ask yourself, what is deliverability? Email deliverability is when an email is successfully delivered to your recipient's inbox. So that can be also the promotion tab, or that can be also the spam folder. It also only says that it has been delivered. Now, there's a couple of things that you need to take in consideration there. So you need to have a good sender reputation score or sender score. When your sender reputation is not good, a couple of things can happen there. So first of all, your email can not land in the inbox, but in the spam folder or in the promotion tab. And then the likelihood that your recipient will not see the email in the first place is very high. It might go as far as you have a very bad sender reputation that your deliverability is limited by the email service providers. So that can be, for instance, Google, and they will not deliver your email anymore to the inbox and declare your email account basically as a spam account, and you will be, worst case scenario, blacklisted, and then you will not be able to send out emails at all. Now, how do you work on your sender reputation to make sure that your deliverability is good? First of all, do not send out your email campaigns to the whole list all the time, and you need to warm up your account. So basically two things there. So if you have a new email account, you want to warm it up first, which means you start sending out small chunks of emails, so not the whole list, and send this to, for instance, your most engaged customers. So this will make sure that a lot of people physically will open the email, and that your bounce rate is relatively low and your unsubscribe rate is low and your spam complaint rate is low. So you want to make sure that all these four factors are met and your emails go through and arrive there. So you start with your best customers and with a small number. Also with longer intervals. So we would send out your emails like once a week and then to a smaller group. Then you start adding more people to the list to the next campaign, and you can send also, or can also increase the frequency on how often you send out emails. With this, the algorithm of the email service providers will learn about it and will see that there is something going on, so that there's a positive feedback from the recipients and you're not spamming. One trick there, as another sort of signal to the email service provider that your emails are welcome, is to have a call to action in your email, which basically say simply reply to this email and I get you more information. So you don't want to just put a link in your email that people click. If email service providers see that somebody is replying to your email, basically sending it back to you, this is a very strong signal to them that there is a communication going back and forth, and people are happy to communicate with you, and it will help you with your sender reputation. Also, when you're going and sending out more, keep in mind that you want to segment your emails. So don't blast out to your whole list all the time. Rather segment and make sure that the content you have really speaks to that specific audience of the segment. So all of this will help you with your email deliverability. Another important part there is you want to make sure that your list is clean. So you don't want to have dead leads there or dead email addresses in there. So there, my recommendation is clean your list every 30 days. And you can basically create a segment in your email program, for instance, in Klaviyo or in MailChimp. And this segment basically would then have everyone who has not clicked your email, let's say in the last 90 days or something like that. So as I said, the opening rate does not really help you there anymore. What you can do also segment, obviously saying everyone who did not open your email in the last 5 campaigns or in the last 30 or 90 days. So that's a little bit up to you on how often you want to do this. Again, the opening rate does not really help you there, but obviously you know which emails are not opened. So there is no false reply there. So either people who have not clicked, people who have not opened, clean them out in a segment and then take them from the list. That will help you on 2 sides. First of all, it will save you money because usually you pay your email list provider or your email system that you're using, the infrastructure there, by the number of subscribers in your lists. So you want to keep this low. And then secondly, by sorting out the dead leads, the dead emails from your list, you will make sure that your bounce rate is relatively low. So emails will not bounce back because you're only sending out to people that where the emails still exist, if that makes sense. So these are only a few factors that you need to take into consideration when you're trying to optimize your email account and your campaigns to reach a higher percentage of people in their inbox and have a better sender reputation and increase your deliverability. In my coaching program with my consulting clients, we dive much, much deeper into this topic. There's many, many more factors to that. If you have any questions on that, obviously let me know about it in the comments. If you have other tips on how to increase your email deliverability, please also put them in the comments. I read them all, and I'm always interested on how others work on that side. That's it for today's quick tip episode of the e-commerce coffee break, and I'll catch you in the next one.